are living as a living testimony in this present evil age. And I'd like to read the preceding verses. I'm going up to verse 15 and 16. So then, my beloved, even as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. There's a kind of salvation we still need. It's not just salvation in life. It's not eternal salvation. It's a salvation from this generation. For it is God who operates in you both the willing and the working of his good pleasure. If we make the choice to be saved, God will operate in us both the willing. Even if you have to say honestly, Lord, I can't will it. He says, I know. I understand. I am for you. If you just open to me, I will work in you the willing to go this way. And then I will work it out. Then verse 15, I skip 14, that you may be blameless and guileless, children of God, without blemish, in the midst of a crooked and perverted generation, among whom you shine as luminaries in the world. And this is what the Lord wants to have. We're in the Bay Area. The vast majority of us need to work. We know from the pattern of Daniel, it's honorable to advance in our line of employment. Daniel was at the highest level of the government. But as I pointed out last night, when he was about to be put into the lion's den, the king addressed him, Daniel, servant of the living God. Daniel, the God whom you serve continually. So even though his full-time job was high in government service, intrinsically, he was living for Jerusalem. He was living for the fulfillment of Jeremiah's prophecy, for the return. He prayed for Jerusalem, but it wasn't his portion to return. So the Lord is not going to pluck us out of our jobs, of our responsibilities, but it says here that you may be blameless and guileless, children of God, without blemish, in the midst of a crooked and perverted generation. So you work for Google. You know what is behind Google? The mind of Satan is behind Google. The mind of Satan is behind Facebook. The mind of Satan is behind every aspect of the world system. John said this in 1 John 5, the whole world lies in the evil one. So whether it's education or medicine, whatever it is, we have to realize we are in the world, we're not part of the world, and what God wants is that we shine. You may not be able to say too much. You are doing your job faithfully and honorably, but while you're doing it, you're shining. And certain people you're kind of friends with, you have coffee together, you have lunch together, you're shining. Eventually, you're going to be able to say something. What I'm living for. This is my job. I'm thankful for this job. I want to excel in what I do. And I want to work well with my team. But what I'm living for God's eternal purpose. And I'm in this age along with you, but I'm not part of it. Part of a city set on a hill, shining bright.